Okay, so first game, playing Zanet, National Master from Brazil. Let's play Sicilian. I'll stick with my usual. We might transpose into Taimanov. Okay, I hope the move... Don't want the move sounds to be too loud. Wow, so already allowing d5. Yeah, it's weird to develop the bishop so early to e3, because now d4 is a threat. I mean, white could maybe, like, take, and then play d4. But then it allows c4, b4. But already looks pleasant for black. Like, even though that white has 3 minor pieces developed, I have more pawns developed. Pawns are good at forking minor pieces. So it's a question after d4, do I play b4 or c4? Or something else? I mean, this is also possible. Queen e7, no, Queen e7, knight e5. If b4... I think just c4. b4 can come later. It's still playable for white. White's going to play like bishop e2. I imagine white will not castle queenside. I'm very much prepared to attack on the queen side. I could take that and then put the bishop. Ah, there's a funny line. How do I make it work? Take b4, 92. Okay, so one funny line. I forgot white could take with this pawn, which might be coming. Yeah, okay, I have to play this. Oh, bishop b4 as well. Yeah, maybe bishop b4. Getting ready for 97. I want to keep my bishop along this diagonal. Yeah, for some reason I was only calculating f takes and then queen h4 ideas. I really doubt white's going to castle queenside. Now I'm maybe threatening this. Okay, considering queen a5. This is more flexible.
Hey Eric, good luck. Smile.
My name is Jeff. Or my name is Jeff. Interesting spelling of Jeff. Opponent offers a draw. I want to play knight. And this move looks interesting. Knight f5. It also looks risky, but... Because I'm accepting the fact I'm not going to castle. But I'm preparing d4, which looks like a pretty venomous threat. Okay, rook d1, bishop e6. If this, I'm banking on queen h4, which should be fine. Ready to play rook c8. The bishop can't really stay on this diagonal. Like, I guess white could play bishop b4, and we trade. And then I castle. Oh, bishop e4, we trade, I play this. And then knight e3. Okay, take bishop b6, d4, knight e4. Looks really close to being really good. I think I'll just castle first. I mean, white's in a pickle here, because if castling, then I take in bishop e6. I'm just realizing my blitz rating is just over 2,600. Okay, position's pleasant, time is pleasant. Bishop f3 is a good move. But now I can take... Probably go for this line. d4. But now what to do? Queen h4, maybe just h6. h6 castling. Not sure what to do. I shouldn't be taking too much time. I have bishop a5. The move just didn't even come to mind. Okay. So I got funny pawns. White has annoying pawns though. I don't know which pawns are more menacing. Is this free? Wait a minute. Let's just take here first. Let's take here first. Okay. Okay. That was that was a tricky game. Wasn't so easy.
Welcome to Canada, Canada.
Oh. It's good to be in Canada, Canada. I'm in Toronto for the Global Chess.com Championships, which officially start tomorrow. But today is kind of the, what do we call it? Preparation day, media day. Yeah, Canada. Oh, Canada. I should write a parody song to Oh, Canada. That's called Oh No, My Canada. Oh, I'm playing Predkey. Also, thank you, Eve, Anastasia. Appreciate the raid. I played Predkey in Abu Dhabi a couple months ago. He beat me pretty convincingly. Okay, let's play b5. It's a tricky move order. So he's avoiding like main line Catalan. But yeah, I've played this line a bunch in Blitz. Knight fd7 is very typical. I make sure this knight controls c6. If I move the wrong knight to d7, there'd be knight c6. Thank you, Smashing Ain. Gifting to Eve Anastasia. Yeah, if you're just joining, it's Title Tuesday. I'm in a new habitat in Toronto. E4, wow. So first thing that comes to mind is takes. Okay, I could start by take and then c6 or d4. Oh, really? Not possible? Can I play knight d7? Wow. So a weird line. I want to trap the bishop. Like knight c4 is kind of interesting. Okay, this is getting tricky. This could be just bad for me, but I'm essentially trying to call the bluff. But I don't know yet if it was actually a bluff. If takes, I play knight b6, I think, but then a5 I missed. I mean, the general plan is like after I lose a rook, I'll be down in exchange, but I have c6 to try and trap the bishop. And knight b6 will hopefully win the bishop in some cases. That's actually a question, because I can also take with the pawn. Maybe I will take with pawn. This is not my first idea, but I like this move. Then the bishop escapes, so probably queen c7. Queen c7, bishop f4, bishop d6. But then knight b5. Ugh. I think I kind of messed up. I mean, there's e5. No, e5 doesn't work. Yeah, I just allow bishop f4. I think I actually have to go for this line. I mean, I originally missed knight b5, and now it's probably just really bad for black. I'll try and fight. I mean, there's still bishop a6 ideas. It's a funny position. So what's my threat? Bishop a6, knight d7, but then bishop c6. Wow. So if I take the rook, and bishop d6, okay. And what if I play knight f5? Yeah, the rook comes to c1. I mean, I can't really stop. Even the queen trade. And rook c1's coming regardless. Okay, I have one idea. So after rook fc1, I play g5. This way I'm gonna force a trade or force a bishop to retreat. The goal is to actually exploit the light squares later. The bishop is so disconnected from the king side. That's a good move. Let's play f6. Yeah, the C-file battery. It's not pleasant. I don't even know what my plan is. Just to hold on for dear life. A7 is falling. I guess my plan is to checkmate somehow. But that's going to be really difficult. I just need my queen to get in. Like pawn h3, queen g2. How difficult can that be? Oh, there's rook a8, rook a6. Not quite working. So rook c7, I take on d4. Okay. 3 seconds. Oh no, white's promoting. Oh no, my king. Oh, that was closer than I would have expected. Like the center, it did open up, but I think white had everything under control. Yeah, I don't think there were even any opportunities for tricks towards the end. Good game though. Opponent played well. We can quickly look at the, like, this interesting moment. I don't think I've ever encountered this move. I think I've maybe had this position like once or twice. Oh, white's better here. After ED5. Oh, but it's not so simple. Engine's at low depth. Opponent just played like the top moves. So we actually follow the top line. D5. Yeah, queen C7 was a mistake. So it's close to equality after knight A6. But very tricky. There's a question, duck question mark. I did bring ducks with me to Toronto. I smuggled them through customs. I didn't declare them. Where are the ducks though? Okay, let me find the ducks. I found a singular duck. Hey, autofocus is working. This beautifully photogenic duck. There's a giant duck in Toronto. I did not know that. Maybe I'll try and find it. Okay, new game. Playing Ronsdale. Play D4. How many people are watching from Vietnam? Vietnam is the birthplace of pho, right? Okay. I have this opening a ton in Title Tuesday. Jobava, London. Most people play H5. There's different moves though. C6 is a move. Yeah, this is still some offbeat theory. I mean, bishop e5. Bishop e5 just leads to a funny pawn structure. Takes, and then eventually f4. Yeah, I'll castle queenside. We might see like f6 or that move. It's a good move. If I take... That taking looks reasonable, actually. And most of my pawns will be on dark squares, which really complements the light square bishop. Very basic plan now of, okay, now threatening the knight. Interesting. Let's start with rook g1. Maybe the plan isn't so basic. I'll play queen d1. I'm going to start with a double up. I might be sacking the exchange in the not too distant future. Wow. So I could already like take and then sack. We'll start with this. Now if I take and sack. Not too afraid of a3, just b3. And there's a plan to maneuver the knight to d3 and then e5. This also stops pawn b4. So very long term, I want to play king b1, knight c1, knight d3, knight e5, take, and then assuming this rook like moves off f8, knight f7, checkmate. Like I'm already planning my It's like kind of planning your college plans as a 5-year-old. You're never too young to think ahead. And trading queens kind of... Actually, it doesn't really ruin my plans. Okay, we'll trade queens. I still have the same plan. I just really like the prospect of knight d3. I mean, this move would force a trade. And then the knight can't come to d3. I'm also realizing there's a cool idea to play b4. Okay, I'm switching my life plans. No longer going to college. I'm gonna pursue the YouTuber streamer route. There's so many parallels to chess in real life, and plans will change along the way. Just have to play the position that you're given. I really like this position. Like, this is a very kind of long-term positional grind, but white has full control over everything. Mainly the a3 pawn is gonna be the target. Do I take that? Maybe I take it. Oh, there's a funny line. Does it work though? I think it works. So the funny line is knight g7, knight g3. It looks like I'm allowing my rook to be trapped. If h6 I would have taken, and I think I can still take. Although, maybe I can't. The king pawn ending is not winning for me. Unless it is? Wait, takes. No, I don't think it is. Is h6 a threat? Okay, I think h6 is losing. So I think I can just go and take the pawn. So if h6 I take knight h5, king f7. Let's try this again. Draw accurate arrows. So knight h5, king f7, I take. If king takes, very important move h5. Is that just a draw though? It might just be a draw. Oh, am I losing? King b3, king there. I forgot I don't have h5. Okay, I don't have time to calculate. Okay, this gets crazy actually. Look at this pawn breakthrough. c4. Oh wow. I'm gonna be down a lot of pawns. b5 maybe? Wait. So I get the first move. I'm not down any pawns. Wait, what a crazy position. King f2, I force a queen trade. So I want to win the a pawn. That's a risky move. No! I just got mated. Oh, I forgot about queen b2. I had to take the pawn. No, what to do? Ah, that was the wrong move order. That was such a nice position too. What happened to all my life plans? Yeah, maybe I should just start with king b3. There's no reason to like go for rook g5. Yeah, for some reason I assumed the king was going to land on f7 or f6 and I'd have h5. Which maybe still is drawn. Because the king can just run over, and even if I win the pawn, I don't know if white can win this. Yeah, there's just no breakthrough. Good game, though. DC7 asking, what was a chess book you recommended on Audible? I've actually recommended a lot of chess books on Audible. Or a lot of chess books in these, I'll do these like YouTube Audible integrations. As Audible will sponsor some videos. The most recent video I recommended, Think Like a Monk by Jay Shetty. In the past, I've recommended Chess Queens by Jen Shahadi, Art of Learning by Josh Waitzkin, I Believe in Miracles, the story of Tani Adewumi, is one of my favorites. All the Wrong Moves by Sasha Chapin. All these books I've mentioned in these YouTube integrations. The list probably goes on, too. There's a book by Jonathan Rosen. His name is similar to mine, but spelled differently. B4. I think I'll just play B6. Preventing this. I mean, white was threatening to trap the bishop. So I just want to develop, not lose material. Maybe go for this idea. Rook e8. Yeah, this is some slow play. Playing slow in chess has a couple meanings. There's like moving slowly where you take a lot of time and then your clock runs low. But then there's also like making slow moves that maybe aren't the most confrontational. Okay, position is very solid now. Relatively harmonious setup. Put the rooks in the center. Probably go for this maneuver. Yeah, I've only had real duck once in my life. Back in June in Vegas. Andrea Botez offered me 10 gifted subs to eat some duck. But then I still haven't received my reward. I'll have to be patient. Okay. If white allows, I'll play c4, but okay. Maybe this move. d4 ideas. Bishop b8. I like bishop b8. Yeah, the whole interaction was caught on video, so maybe someday the video will be uncovered as part of the Vegas vlog. I played d4 now. Takes. Okay. I'm up almost a minute on the clock. I'm playing very aggressively here. But these bishops are more effective than white's bishops. Yeah, do I go to small claims court or small duck court? Yeah, I played most of this game like with my mind on completely different things than the game itself. But this is going pretty well. I mean, f3 is attacked. And I don't know how white defends. I guess white doesn't defend. So that's interesting, though. I have to be careful. Might as well take again. Oh, this move. I'm not taking the rook. The knight is stronger than the rook. I do have to be aware of counterplay. So now this move. Oh no, my knight. Yeah, this is attacked. This is attacked. This is attacked. This is still attacked. Is it just made in one? That's made in one. That took me more than 1 second to find. I found it eventually. I mean, there were so many moves there. I guess knight d2 is made in 2. Okay, worked out. The horsies were very powerful. So I'm back at 50%. Trying to regain my 2600 plus rating. Handful of players with 4 out of 4. Where's Fallujah? Okay, not playing Fallujah. Playing someone from Peru. FIDE Master. I'll play d4. London opening time. Yeah, when c5 is played on move 2, it enables an early queen b6. It sometimes just transposes to the main lines if d5 or e6 is played. There's g6 in this position. And these are... Ooh, there's knight d5. Knight d5 is also playable. Opponent's taking a lot of time in the opening, though. Yeah, just holding the structure together. This line looks scary at first, like with black having a lot of initiative, but the structure is actually pretty solid. Might want to go for c4, although maybe not. Just take it slow, rook e1. It's a question how I develop the knight, because the knight's tied down to the pawn. c4 kind of weaken... Yeah, it would weaken the d pawn. So I might go for knight a3. Okay, this is kind of a threat. Maybe this move. Challenging the bishop, preventing knight e4.
Thanks for all the nice content, you're the best.
Oh, thank you. DJ RNNG. Queen f4. Queen f4 looks playable. The queen is on a slightly precarious square. But okay, knight d2. I'm trying to make sense of this position. e5, wow. So if I take... Wow. I'm not sure if this is a bluff or like fully calculated from black. I'm trying to call the bluff. It's backfired in previous games. I want a pawn. Yeah, there's compensation here. Bishop c2. I do have to be very, very careful. The back rank is vulnerable. Knight's still not developed. But I'm controlling like all these squares on the D file. And, I mean, black has a discovery, but the problem is the knight's tied down to defending the bishop. That's a move. Maybe rook e1? Ah, but then knight d5. What if I play h3? Up on time, which is good. Yeah, if knight d5, I just take it, and then take the bishop. It's interesting. I think I'll play knight a3. So I'm calculating knight d5, queen f3, takes. And then the bishop is just really stable on d4. I think that's enough compensation. If it's not enough compensation, it seems like an easier position to play. And that's important for the time scrambles. The dark squares are really weak now. Ah, there's queen f4. Not the end of the world. Yeah, the bishop's just a rock. It's so hard for black to remove. Now, it's a question if I can ever get my queen to g7. Rook d1. g3. It looks weakening, but maybe there's some merit. Wow. Playing with fire here. This should be good. It's still tricky. Queen f8, queen g5. Okay. I think I'm threatening rook e1. Not sure though. It probably doesn't work. Okay, now rook e1. Oh no, my rook. If takes, I take on f6. Ah. There we go. Still not over. Okay, there we go. Plenty of time. Okay. Not an easy game. A tricky position. So I'm 3 out of 5. Yeah, interesting opening. Very tense position. I think e5 was maybe a good practical choice. And black eventually did win material. Maybe I missed something at some point. Did black have bishop d1 on move 18? Yeah, I was actually thinking about bishop d1. It's an interesting move. Maybe back a move. Yeah, bishop d1 I might have to play knight a3 and allow the trade. But then knight h5. Yeah, maybe it would lead to something similar where I do sack the exchange. That's a cool move. Knight c3 on move 25. Oh, knight c3. Tacticos. Yeah, if knight c3... If I can't save the bishop, then this is probably really bad. If knight c3 was played, maybe I would play this position. Have two minor pieces for the queen. Positional queen sacrifice. Because yeah, after takes, it's just down the exchange. Okay, things were amiss this game. But life goes on. So I'm back on the plus score. Playing Bazayev. Not quite Barayev. I'm sticking with London. Staying in my comfort zone. Usually in Title Tuesdays, I don't mix up the openings too much, especially against like high-rated players. I think this is acceptable. Usually white waits until bishop g7 is played. But I mean, in the case that black allows me, I take on f8 and I take away castling rights. If the queen comes to h6, I also take away castling rights. Leaving tension. Maybe now I can take. Yeah, now the rook is a bit stuck. This might seem crazy, but I'm considering castling queenside here. It is weird to castle into black's pawn storm. If I take. Rook d6 in the end. Rook d6, c5. That's close. I really shouldn't trade queens. That's against principle. Okay. Wow, h5. So g5. Something like f4. I mean, visually it looks really good, but it still takes work. Bishop h3 or f4. f4. The knight wants to develop. Generally, I'm not scared of b3 because it takes an a3. Or it takes and queen takes. Interesting. Maybe I can take once and play f5. There's also f5 immediately. b3. Or a3, b3. I mean, I could also ignore it, but I'll play b3. Yeah, it's a small concern, this b2 square. But I think black has bigger issues here. I might play knight g3 if black allows. Okay, never mind. Yeah, these pawns are pretty menacing. f6. I think long term black's just gonna be shut in. Shut in or shut out? Shut out from the rest of the board, but shut in on the king side. Okay, now I can take... Yeah, I think I'll just go into an endgame. And black should be paralyzed. Like, takes and rook d7. Like, the knight can't move. Black just resigns. Oh, that was a nice finish. Yeah, bishop c4 was coming. It's, like, if black would want to defend, rook h7, but it was complete paralysis. And it was pretty because it's equal material. Anyway, I'm 4 out of 6. After kind of a slow start, I started 1 out of 3. But I'm on a 3-game winning streak. Have you ever thought about starting a podcast? I've thought about it a little bit. It would take a lot of commitment. And I'm already juggling a lot of things. But maybe someday. Having a podcast is a great excuse to just reach out to people that inspire you and have great conversations with them. So I like the idea of just having a show to absorb knowledge from various people and then share that knowledge with the world. I mean, these days there's so many great podcasts. It's hard to keep up with everything. I should say, I meant to say so many great chess podcasts, but just so many great podcasts in general too. Is there any non-chess podcast you'd like to recommend? My favorite podcast for a while was, it was called Reply All. They actually ended the show, but it was there were over 100 episodes. It was part of Gimlet Media. So many great stories. A lot about like tech and internet and yeah, it was not chess related. I want to go for Cambridge Springs. Let's play this line. I've been working on a chess course recently. It's actually one of the reasons I've stopped. Like, I kind of took a break from posting on YouTube. So I've been recording course content, and it's all about this opening. A3, I don't think I've covered yet. I know C5 is the main break. Maybe I can play C5 right away. Like, the main move is bishop d3. Yeah, this is maybe not the best advertisement for my future course. I think I've already botched the opening. But I'm getting the bishop. I already have the bishop pair, which is nice.
Are you gonna be participating in November?
What is that? I just dropped a pawn. I have to focus. Ah. And I'm giving up the bishop pair. I have king takes. How bad is king takes? It looks really bad. But otherwise I just lose a pawn. So I think I have to at least try this. Oh, this looks so bad. Queen d6? No. Queen c4? Queen c4. Queen c4, 92. I mean, at least I prevent castling. I'm trying to make it so... Okay. Oh, I lost a queen. Oh, I lost in 14 moves. Oh, I'm so sad now. Oh, what to do? Okay, let me at least give a sneak preview to my course. And I'll share... And this is actually part of, like, the process of learning a new opening. Because there's so many new lines I'm learning in Cambridge Springs. And part of learning a new opening is playing it, and very often you'll encounter lines that you don't know and you'll run into trouble quickly. That's kind of what just happened to me. So I have a study. Anyway, this study is not complete. The chapters aren't even like labeled so well, but I have a whole thing here on the Cambridge Springs, and I do cover this line. It's funny. So in my annotations, I say, this is a relatively harmless move that is one of the most commonly played moves in the Lichess database. I think just overall too. And I didn't cover A3. Because if we look, like, another thing when it comes to learning openings is you want to prioritize like the most likely responses. So bishop d3, it's the most played move. But of course there's different branches. So A3 is the 5th most popular. It's played 7% of the time on Lichess. But it makes sense because it prevents bishop b4. 9 games in Masters database. Black actually already scores pretty well. Yeah, c5 I think was just, it was too soon. Yeah, 94. I didn't play 94 because queen c2. Ah, but queen c2 I have bishop b4. I could have just followed basic ideas in Cambridge Springs. Like, this is ideal setup. I get the queen, bishop, and knight. And there's 2 pins. A pawn is pinned and the knight is pinned. Okay. And so A3... Yeah, E3 is not really a scary move to deal with. So if rook c1... Ah, rook c1 we can take. And then if rook takes... Wow, that's a cool trap. Bishop takes a3. Ah. I don't think I've seen this trap before. That's such nice geometry. Look at this triangle. So it looks like 2 things are attacking a3, but the pawn is tied down to the rook and the rook is pinned to the king. So the only move for white that isn't losing, because bc3 loses a pawn, only move is queen d2. g6. g6 is interesting. Just fianchetto the bishop. And later go for c5. Okay. Looks solid. Anyway, I'm super excited to hopefully release like these files soon. I began the process of recording videos, but Cambridge Springs has been... It's been an opening that I've wanted to research for a while now. Because it's not the most common and it has a lot of venom. I think it's relatively simple to learn. I get so many questions as like from amateur players, what to do against d4, what to do against Queen's Gambit. So it's a good reply to Queen's Gambit. Yeah, it was a painful loss, but a very valuable lesson. And usually games like this, you should, like games that you lose so early in the opening, you should make an effort to look closer at what can be improved. Is the webcam getting dark? Yeah, the sun's going down, but what to do? Playing Krikor. So I'm 4 out of 7. Playing up again. Good luck to Krikor. We've played a good number of times. See my score? Wow, we've played 21 times. Only drawn 3 games. He's beaten me 12 times. I've beaten him 6 times. Let's play
Hope
this
you
line.
have a good time in Toronto.
Oh, thank you, Biblio Penguin. G3, okay. Bishop D7 first. I honestly don't know the lines here. I hope I didn't blunder E5. I don't think I did because there'd be responses. Thank you, Noah Constrictor. I mean, Queen A5 looks kind of standard.
Welcome to the 6. Hope you enjoy your stay.
Thank you, thank you. Thank you, Dr. DSM. Yeah, so now I can take and play knight e5. I do have to be careful that the knight doesn't get trapped, but it's not in danger. Queen b6 now. Pressuring b2. Maybe knight c4 will come soon. If rook b1, I have bishop f5. This already looks like very pleasant. Queen b3. Yeah, I want to play knight d3. But then we just trade. Queen c5. There's queen a6, which is interesting. Just avoiding the queen trade. It sets up some bishop a4, but it also helps control these light squares. So queen and knight actually coordinate well. It also ties down the rook. So one idea might be knight d3. Like knight d3, rook d1, bishop a4, or knight c5, and there's going to be a lot of targets. Okay, knight d3 I think wins a pawn. If I win b2, then I probably win c3. Almost trapping the rook there. Okay, not quite winning c3. Knight e5. The knight's just going on a rampage, but still want to be accurate. There's queen d3. Look at this move. Simply attacking the pawn. I don't think white can really defend. Maybe bishop d2? Bishop d2, knight c4? Okay. Probably b6. Knight d3. I think this is okay. I'll put the rook on a3 in the event of... This move? I just have to keep the tempo. King F8. I'm looking for a clear plan. Not super simple. Okay. So close to mate. Oh, it's not mate though. Ah, what did I do? I dropped all my pawns. No! Okay. I missed a free rook, but I attacked the bishop, so it was confusing. Oh, wow. Oh, what just happened there? Okay. Man, it was such like a dominating position, too. I just lost so many pawns. I should have played rook g6. I just blinked that my e-pawn was attacked. Did I hang a bishop, too? So many things were hung that game. High-level chess, but not really. Wow, I'm gaining ratings somehow. 5 out of 8. Yeah, lots of things were missed. And the opening was so nice. Maybe the early middle game. Like, once I got the structure and there was so much initiative on the queen side. Okay, I'll take it. That was round 8? Hey, we have another break. Oh, I saw a goose in real life recently. Didn't have the chance to play duck chess with the goose, but I took a walk the other day. Oh, about a week ago, I was sitting outside the chess club having a smoothie, and there was someone that came up and recognized me and showed me that they had, look at this, they had a red rubber duck. It looked like a poisonous duck, not to be messed with. But yeah, the ducks are spreading. And then about a couple weeks ago, This is the closest I got to playing chess with ducks. If people can see the ducks there. But, yeah, the weather in St. Louis is still warm enough for ducks to be there. Have you considered bird watching? I've not only considered bird watching, I've partaken in bird watching recently. Or at least duck and geese watching. Okay, so I'm 5 out of 8. I'll probably play some higher rated player next game. I think that was my first upset of the tournament. Like my first upset victory. Rather than upset loss. Something happened with the sound there. Ah! Do people hear that?
Don't be upset. You won.
Something's wrong with my sound. Oh, thank you, Trying to Learn. Okay. I think the sound should be normal for people, but my speakers just got messed up. Did I get hacked? Or does it sound weird for people too? I don't have time to troubleshoot. But something's off, yeah. Sorry about that. As long as my mic or my voice sounds fine. It might just be with TTS. Yeah, this is main line. Wait, what's the line here? 7. What's this? I actually don't remember the line. I may have already gone wrong. F6. Maybe it's still okay. F5 I take and then put the knight back. If H5, then I can go to E3. I can't quite win the pawn because I get forked. Just castle. Yeah, my opponent was clearly prepared. Most people don't know to play CD4. Okay, this move looks weird, but I'm anticipating some lines where I might take back with the F-pawn. Or not. I really want to take. Yeah, maybe we'll have a quiet game. And just trade off the minor pieces. Okay, at least now I can maybe play F3 soon. Ah, the sound is still weird. I don't know what happened. But thank you, Andrew. I'll probably just mute alerts during the game. Interesting. Let's play this. Actually, let's play this first. I want to play this and then H4, knight F7, then take on F6. Guess I have to take. I think I just allowed H5 there. Okay, so now I'm threatening H4. There's some nice alignment with the queen and king. Oh! I just missed that. Oh, how bad is this? I'm losing a piece, or losing the exchange. B4 or knight B3, probably knight B3. It's not over, but it's not great. I'll put the rook on E2. Wait, so if I take, what's the point? Ah, that's the point. I can't take on D5. Nice move. Ah. Queen B1. Queen F1. It's so uncomfortable. Okay, if knight C4 I take on D5. I think. But no, rook E1. I have no time to calculate. This might just be losing. I calculated rook E1, queen F2, queen C4. I do defend H4, queen G1, king G3. But it's really close to losing. So if rook G1, I have queen C7. If I have time, maybe knight C5. It's probably just winning for black somehow. C5. And this is hope, at least. Queen D6, F4. Yeah. B4 was a panic move. Queen C6 was a good practical decision. I had to move the queen. Maybe there is still hope. Just not enough time. I kind of blundered. What did I blunder? Also, yeah, I was a little bit distracted with the sound. I don't even know how to troubleshoot.
Don't be upset. You won.
I guess now I just have demon speakers, yeah. There's no filter. I might just have to restart the computer. It's concerning, though. I wonder if I did something like when this happened, though. Yeah, there's no... Okay, here we go. This is round 10. So this is a penultimate round. Playing Soto chess. I think I've reached the point where if I encounter E4, I'll go for Stafford. If I encounter D4, I'll go for my new course. And if I encounter no moves at all, maybe I'll win by forfeit. Are you doing photography for the event? I am, yeah. Yeah, today was actually a kind of busy day. There were a lot of player interviews. I got a behind-the-scenes look at like all the, like the whole venue and the setup. It's a really cool setup. And I will have photos to share at a later point. Okay, opponent gambiting their time. Yeah, I have spent the last couple of weeks like working on this. It's essentially a repertoire against D4. And I'm trying to be thorough with it. I'm trying to have it be appealing to players like basically from 1200 to 2200. Here we go. Okay. So opponent giving me time odds. Hey, we have a Stafford. Hopefully my opponent didn't spend the first 90 seconds researching how to refute the Stafford. It's good that they're thinking here, though. Is this Peru? Oh, this is Peru again. I played an FM from Peru earlier, too. Okay, so this is the main critical line of Stafford, the so-called magical line. G3 is most played. Now there's a few moves. Hitting F2. There we go. I've barely used any time. This line is fun when, like when the opponent takes a lot of time and I can just blitz out analysis. Bishop F4. Bishop F4. I take... I've looked at this recently. Knight E3, Knight G2. I remember the point is I sack on G2. Engine will give +4 for white. But there's a cool idea. I think I have to play Knight G2. Yeah, the cool idea is Bishop H3. And then C5. I'm pretty sure this is still prep. And there's enough attackers on C5 where it's kind of interesting. C4. So I am down a piece though, and that's unfortunate, but I can now trap the rook. And that's fortunate. But the unfortunate thing is I'm still down a lot of material, and I don't think I want to take the rook just yet. Like maybe queenside castling. Knight A3 is coming though. Opponent has 24 seconds, so you just have to find ways to make things tricky. King takes. I mean, taking on H2 is possible. Maybe I can play C6. C6, D6. Okay, there is one funny line I see. So I want to open the D file, get the rook in. Opponent, of course, wants to trade queens. Which I would rather not do. Take. Actually, trading might be okay. Wow. I have to take the rook, I think. I don't want to simplify. But H... should not have allowed that. Okay. This could get really crazy. Okay. Took a lot of work there. Still not out of danger. Oh, this could be a long game. This could be a very long game. There we go. Let's go. Okay. Oh man. Yeah, Rook versus Bishop isn't so easy to defend. In like with 1 second increment. What a game. That's how you win with the Stafford Gambit. Almost 100 moves. Thank you, Banana Peel. Wait, is the sound working again? No, it's not working.
Exterminate.
Oh no, my sound. Yeah, this line, I mean, White played really well. Like Bishop f4, it's technically 1 refutation. I'm pretty sure this was my analysis. At least this was my conclusion that like it gives black some practical chances, is to sack the knight. And then there's actually a funny line, like if King G1 here, if here I think taking, like takes oh no my queen, but then check. Maybe it's not quite this line. I mean, engine should say like +5 for white. Yeah. Okay, final game. Oh yeah, that was probably one of the last games of the round. Playing Grandmaster from Brazil. Oh, this is my second Grandmaster from Brazil this tournament. The first one was Krikor. Okay, Jobava London time.
Good luck, Eric. Have a good night. Exterminate.
Thank you, Real Element. Again, apologies for the distorted audio. Yeah, we have a one of these lines. Jobava London. Always nice when the opponent starts thinking on move 6. So a6. That's playable. I think I've looked at this recently. Like queen a5, queen d2 takes. It's a little bit different than the like other trappy line. Because the queen can go back to a7, but I remember looking at this. I thought it's good for white somehow. I definitely had a game in this like not too long ago. I think it was on Lee Chess. But maybe it could have been Title Tuesday. I remember studying this line with the engine too, but I don't remember the conclusion. I just know that this is an idea. Knight c6 might be playable. Knight fd7. Wow. So I could take on d5 now. It looks risky for both sides. Like my queen is kind of a target in the center, but I mean, look at black's queen. Like if f6, I almost trapped the queen. Like there's a really funny line to take, and then bishop d4, b6, I take. Like I really want to sack the queen here. Can I just sack the queen for 2 bishops? I mean, queen e4 is just so simple, but sacking the queen for 2 bishops. Oh, life choices. Let's sack the queen. Oh no, my queen. Oh, it looks so much fun. I take the bishop. That move I didn't see. At least I win this. So how bad, or how good is this? Yeah, how good is this? I have 2 bishops. But the opponent has a queen. Okay, rook f3. Oh no. Ah, I allowed that move. Wait a minute. Can I sack a rook? Rook g3? Rook g3, queen h1. Okay, at the very least, bishop f1. But at the very most, king d2, oh no, my rook, and then bishop here. It's so close to mate. Bishop h7?
18 months. So I am twins now, I guess.
I'm taking time here because I need to figure out... Take. I mean, bishop f1... Sick. I don't have much time. Oh, I trapped the rook in the end. Okay, let's just go for it. Wait, let's start with king d2. I do have bishop. I have this move. Oh, what a funny position. I had rook f... Oh, I should have considered rook f3. There's b4 to consider as well. Start with rook f3. Mm. Am I getting mated? Oh no, my bishop. The bishop h5. I have 2 seconds left. Why is my mouse... Somehow my mouse settings changed. Mouse is like super sensitive. Oh! No, my time. My serve didn't reach the server. Or my move didn't reach the server. I couldn't like, I pressed some funny button on my mouse and it's like, it's so easy to like overslip or underslip. Ah, that was such a funny line. I'm sure white was just, I should have played queen e4. Like, queen takes e6 is not so bad for white though. Yeah, this position is better for white. It was such a funny line. There's probably some perpetual. Like rook f3. Yeah, I missed rook f3. King g8, bishop f7. And then rook g3 I probably would have found. Rook g3 is a funny perpetual. It's crazy white's not mating. With two bishops and the rook. This is my mouse. What do I do to fix it? There's so many buns on it. Oops, that's a back bun. Ah, okay. I think I fixed it. It was... Here, I'll show. It was a bun, like, next to the scroll wheel. It was one of those buns. There's two buns there. Usually it's on the left side, but I think I've configured it improperly. Anyway, I gotta go. Yeah, I gotta go. Thanks everyone for watching.